Yeah, but we are live YouTube live. You can go ahead. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, everyone.
Thank you so much for giving us your precious time and joining in today's session.
Thank you for a warm welcome, Barry.
Yeah, so good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for joining today's session. So a little gist about what's going to happen in today's session. It's on insights about the skills or competencies required for a career in data science and programming. So as data science students, all of us know the scope and complexity of data science and programming makes it a vast ocean of knowledge and opportunities. And curiosity, dedication, and willingness to learn continuously is vital to navigating these tricky waters. To guide us regarding how to go about with this process, we have our respected guest speaker for today, Preeti Ahuja ma'am. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you once again.
Ma'am currently works as HR leader at Atlas Copco. She is a result-oriented professional with 17 plus years of experience, including human resource management, talent management, training and development, employee relations and engagement, organization development, compensation, performance, and change management. Adept at leading large-scale global projects. Ma'am is passionate about driving business priorities and leading large-scale transformational changes by enabling it through effective HR strategies. So without any further ado, let's begin with the session. The stage is all yours, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Barry, and the entire team of IIT Madras for inviting me for this talking about the topic, which is really very, I'll say, critical and very important in today's scenario. Barry, I would just request if you can just share the slides from your end, and then I can start.
Oh, ma'am, just give me a second. I'll have to, just a second.
Sure. Yeah. Till that time, no worries.
Ma'am, is my screen visible now?
Yeah, can you just put the slides only, because we can see the email and all.
Oh, okay, just a second.
Yeah. I suppose you have to download and then share the slides.
Yeah, but please download
Yeah.
and please make it as full screen. Okay.
Yeah. I'm so sorry for the delay. Just a second. It's just taking a bit to get downloaded. Yeah, ma'am. Is it visible now? I'll just make it.
Yes. Now you can do the full screen. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, Ma'am, just please help me out with the full screen thing.
If you can look at the icon, full screen icon on the below.
Here.
Press Shift F5. Shift plus F5.
Okay.
Shift plus F5. Yeah.
It's not working.
Or slideshow, yeah.
Go to slide.
Okay. So
Go to
on the
slide.
right hand side, yeah, on the right hand side there is a button. You see, at the bottom towards the right hand side.
Okay, I think it's all right. Okay. Yes. Sorry for the delay, ma'am. It's visible, right?
Yes, it is visible, but not in a full screen or slideshow mode.
Go to slideshow. The here is screen.
Ma'am, I can see it in the slides. I think
Yeah.
okay, probably.
Beginning from beginning now.
Is it still not in full screen mode?
Yeah, I can see. Yeah.
Yeah, it's in full screen.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes.
Is it all right now?
Yeah. Perfect. Thank
Thank
you
you.
everyone for the patience. And I know this is what happened when we have a technology in place. So always there is some disruption. So perfectly fine. Thank you so much once again for a warm welcome and inviting me. And before we start about the topic that what are the skills and competencies required for a career in data science and programming, I would like to talk about Atlas Copco as an organization, what we do, and just to give you a quick background about the organization. Let's move to the next slide. Bharti, are you able to move the slides?
Issue from my side is the reason for the delay.
This click on space or arrow button.
Yeah, it's on the next slide. I can see the next slide.
Yes, yeah, thank you. So let's talk about Atlas Copco, our purpose. The first stop is our purpose statement explaining what we do and why we do it. So our industrial idea empower our customer to grow and drive society forward. This is how we create a better tomorrow. And you look at, there are three values mentioned: commitment, innovation, and interaction. This means that we constantly innovate to offer new, even smarter and more energy efficient solutions. We interact closely with our customer to make sure we fulfill their needs today as well as tomorrow. And we do this with a strong commitment to drive our business in a way which contributes to a sustainable future. Just to move to our next slide, Bharvi. So that talks about we are presence into all the industries. So our customer base is 100% business to business, and customers are present in almost every industry, like power supply, transportation, medical equipment, food production, electronics, even space exploration. Everywhere you look, our customers are there. And our products are often of key importance of their process. So just to give you a quick background, we have our customer base in 184 countries, and we have 50,000 employees working in 71 countries, or operating margin of 19.2%. I think you are moving very fast, Bharvi, so you have to go back.
Yes, ma'am. This is the third slide.
Yes. So now coming to the today's topic of data science skills and competencies. But before we jump on what are skills required, or what is the future, or what are the roles are in the industry, let's understand first what is data science. You have to move to next slide, Bharvi, now. So if we look at the history, by the end of 2022, we can say that data science has become one of the most trending sectors to build a career. Even companies are looking for potential candidates to face and understand the needs of business challenges. There is nothing wrong in accepting that the future is going to be more predictive, automotive, and smart than we are living in today. If you look at, yes, this slide, yes, what is data science? Just hold on this slide only, what is data science? So as of now, there are almost 30,000 job openings available for data science. Alone in India, I'm talking about the numbers. And if you look at the worldwide, it is 3 lakhs jobs are available all around the world. So now the number speaks for themselves right now. And the prime reason companies get data scientists is to work on data refining, cleaning, collection, and so on. And these facts and figures are highly in need for business to sustain themselves in the market, and based on these patterns, they take appropriate actions. There are a lot of research has been done, a lot of reports has been shared by the consulting firms, and which talks about that as many as 84.4% of professionals say that hiring manager look for machine learning as the most crucial skill, where hiring a data scientist followed by statistics at 78.9%. You can look at the data science definition mentioned on the slide, but it's actually a process of collecting, storing, segregating, and analyzing data, which serve as a valuable resource for organization to carry out data-driven decision making. And in this process, what happened? A data scientist use different tools and techniques to come out with the decisions, and then they present and align with the business objective. And then while we talk in detail today more about the skills and competencies required about the data science, and what they do is already like mentioned in the slide. Now coming to the next slide, that there are 4 components of data science. Just next slide. Yes, that's it. So there are 4 components of data science. So it starts from strategy, data strategy. And what we mean by data strategy is collecting the data and aligning with business goals. That is the first step of data science component. And then it goes to data engineering. And when we talk about data engineering, what happened at data engineering level? It is in-depth understanding of a wide range of data technologies and frameworks, along with creating data solutions to enable business processes. In like upcoming slides, I will talk about the application, how it is used in the industry, and at like Atlas Copco also, we do hire data scientists and data engineers. So what skills and competencies we'll look for. So we'll have a detailed discussion after a few slides. Then the third is data analysis and models. That what happened at the data models level, it is how to use data to extract insights or make business predictions to create a tool that replaces or supplements what human does. And the final is data visualization. So you all must have already learned these processes and know that what all skill set is required at each level. So visualize is not just presenting the analyzed data correctly, but it involves understanding the raw data and what is needed to be visualized based on the needs and goals of users and the operations. So let's move to the next slide. Yeah. So here you can see the career options in data science. Maybe you all know this all roles are available in the industries, but there is like, if you look at now different job titles, different skill set requirement and different competencies requirement is there when we look at the careers in data science. Like unlike other standard professions, career in data science offer you more than one type of job role and job title. again, when we talk about this detail about this career options, with a career in data science, you will seek meaningful insights from data. Although people often think about data science is in the tech industry, the reality is that all industries can be benefited from this type of roles. And today, we can see in industries where these roles are already, we are having those roles in the departments and the organization. So to get started in any data science role, earning a degree or certificate can be a first entry point. And even like for many, a bachelor's degree in data science, business, economics, statistics, maths, information technology, or a related field can help you gain leverage as an applicant. And from these programs, you will learn how to analyze data, use numbers, systems, tools, and solve problems. So this is like in detail what all roles are available in the industry right now. And there are different career paths for these roles as well. Now moving to the next slide. Next slide, please.
Yeah, ma'am, it's on the next slide. Ma'am, if it's creating a lot of issues, should I just change my network? It's because of my internet probably.
No worries, just yeah, I can see now. Next slide. Perfect.
Okay.
So we talked about there are careers, what are the job roles are available in data science, and now it is data science application. So now you can see here the different industries where data science applications are used right now. And if you can read through, so every industry, the application is very different, as though the skill set, what you're learning will be utilized, that will remain the same, but the application will be very different. So you can look at the manufacturing, it is predictive maintenance, efficiency, automation. And when you look at banking, it is completely different. And when you look at e-commerce, again, the application is different. But if you look at the overall different segment and industry, everywhere data science has been used. And now, as we already spoken about the number of hiring which is going on for this specialization, it has increased a lot. In today's digital landscape, business generate different kinds of data every day. However, the volume of data is so vast that it is manually impossible to collect and analyze it. This is where data science come into the picture. Data science uses complex algorithm, technology tools, statistical techniques to convert raw data into meaningful information to act upon. And what they do, basically data science team, when they are in the organization, data science helps organization to perform a SWOT analysis, identify risk and opportunities, as well as evaluate past and future trends to arrive at an effective strategy. It can also help organization notice patterns that they might have never noticed earlier. It is also pushes the organization to think out of the box, get out of their comfort zone, and develop a culture of innovation and experimentation because risks have been already mitigated and eliminated. So the importance of data science, you can see now every industry, and the role is becoming very apt in the organization. So data science provides the much needed business intelligence that is crucial to achieving desired business outcomes at optimal risk return trade-off. Even we can move to next slide where we'll talk more in detail now. So data science empowers the organization to take decisions based on quantifiable and data-driven evidence. Today's organizations operated in a highly dynamic, volatile, uncertain, and complex market. Agility, flexibility, and adaptability have become crucial parameters to respond to a situation proactively. This means that some decisions need to be taken quickly in real time to make the most of the business opportunity effectively. Data science can do that for business. Right from understanding customer behavior and personalizing customer experience to keeping up-to-date view of financial transactions and engaging employee to seamless supply chain management, data science can be highly instrumental in strategic decision making. Here you can see how it is supporting in digital transformation for manufacturing organizations, which definitely improve which definitely improve and help in improve efficiency, reducing cost, and enhancing product quality. Digital transformation is sweeping across the manufacturing industry, and AI is also playing a key driver here. And that definitely help us in reduce cost and improve product quality as well. Yes, we can move to next slide. Yes. So I've already covered how data science works in the organization, what are the applications and how it starts as a career journey. So again, if you look at the life cycle, it is start with the business understanding of the organization. What is the problem statement that works in a data mining, then goes to data cleaning and data exploration, where the data science team use a lot of tools and technologies, and then feature engineering, and comes the predictive modeling, and data visualization is a presentation where it is talking about the data insight and the solution of ultimately providing a solution to the business problem. So that is a data science life cycle. If you look at it, will remain the same wherever irrespective of the industry, irrespective of the role. This will be the cycle of a data science. We can move to next slide. Yes. So again, as we talk about you all are already studying data science as your specialization, it definitely help in, critical decision making with data insight information. And again, if you look at the previous slide and this slide, it is more about how it is ensuring that businesses are running smoothly with the help of data science team within the department, because they provide lot of insights from their analysis, and then from there it becomes easy for organizational managers or key stakeholders to take the right decision. Again, we are just talking about the stages as well as the different levels in helping decision making in the organization. So again, it start with collection and acquisition, then storage, then cleaning, integration, analyzing, representation and visualization, and then finally it comes to the taking the right meaningful action from where the business problem has started. So this is a cycle where we can look at how it is really helping in the organization to take the right decisions. Moving to the next slide. And this you must have read in your subjects that the process, because this is very standard process which is followed in data science. That is, one is problem understanding, then data acquisition and data preparation. And then comes the model planning, where regression and classification processes are involved. Then come model building, and then visualization. And where which talks about a lot of patterns, hidden patterns with the data. And then deployment, maintenance. Again, when we talked about the career roles in data science, even though irrespective of the role, this process will be the same within the organization and each role.
Can you explain the difference between data analytics and data science, and also business intelligence developer, BI analyst?
Sure. So thank you for this question, because the next slide we are talking about the same. If we move to the next slide. So there is a lot of overlap, because yes, because what happened, data science and data analytics, it looks like same when we look at even what the skill set is required in the industry. So there is definitely, you can look at the slide and see there are common competencies or skill set already, or functionalities common. But again, when it comes to data science, there is a specific tools or techniques where they work. And when it comes to data analytics, there is specific tools and techniques and role they will be working on. So with this slide, I hope it will give you a idea that what is mandatory when you are in a data science and what is mandatory requirement when you are working as a data analytics. And that is like, what is a common thread here? That is also we can see. Yes. So that is basic statistical analysis, programming language, including Java, Python, R, data mining, problem solving, data storytelling, that will always remain common for both the roles. But there is something for data science. They work on big data software tools, and then they work on algorithm development and machine learning. Whereas when it comes to data analytics, it is data management system and data analysis software. And again, there is algorithm development is again common for both of them. But there are tools, when we look at tools, that is different tools they work on. Can we please move to the next slide? Here you will see a kind of different titles within the organization. And when you look at the titles, again, there is a different type of skill set or a platform on which each roles are working. So that is just giving you an idea how it works, like a data architect, which is again a one position in the organization. Business analytics is one of the position. Analyst is one position, and chief data officer. But everywhere when you grow in the career, there's a different expectation and skill set is required to perform on those roles. And we'll talk in next slide more in detail what is the technical and non-technical skill set is required for each role. We can move to next slide. Thank you. So here we are talking about data scientist skill set. Again, it is divided into three components: technical, analytics, business skill. And when you look at the technical skills, you already have, I think, studied all this in your curriculum now. And it is more about now implementing and looking at the application side of when you join the organization. But when it comes to analytical, it is very much mandatory and required for everyone, that is research expertise, experiment design, data visualization, advanced mathematics, machine learning, modeling and simulation, advanced statistics and interference. So this is something analytical skills which is required for all the roles of data science today in the industry. And when we talk about business skills, again, it is about your, you can say, soft skill or business skills, which is project management skills, business processes, change management, communication skill, leadership skills, which definitely help you to grow and perform along with your technical skills. Soft skills is very much needed to perform in the role.
I have one question regarding technical skills. Like we learn about cloud platforms like Azure, Microsoft, the AWS. Is this necessary in technical skills, or what is mentioned here is enough?
Yeah, that is a technical skill, definitely what you mentioned. So companies, they do hire, like now, like if you look at companies, they are working on cloud technology, then Azure is again a mandatory like kind of field, or organization is moving into that platform. So yes, that is again comes under a technical skill set, where when companies are hiring, they generally when they are hiring experienced people, they definitely look for people who are having experience in cloud technology and Azure platform.
Okay.
Thank you. And I have already got a lot of questions. And what I have done, like at the end of the session, I'll be just answering the questions which you all have shared before this session. So I hope I'll try to cover as much as we can within the time slot. And if not, then definitely happy to, you can share your questions with Bharvi, and then I will try to, share the answers. Can we move to next slide? Yeah. So again, when we talk about, like, as you asked the question, so every role again need a different level of skill set. So as we talked about, okay, what are the analytical or technical or business skill set or soft skill set is required. But for each position, it will be, priority wise, what is very important, which is somewhat important. Few can be, like not that important. So now you can look at data analytics, machine learning engineer, data engineer, or data scientist. And you can look at the data scientists require most of the skills to perform in the position. Whereas if you look at data analytics, the very important is two things: programming tools, data visualization, and communication. And machine learning, there are programming tools, data intuition, statistics, machine learning. So this is like how, like, I can give you an example. Being in HR, when we create a job description, say like we are hiring for a data analytics, we will generally mention which has the mandatory skill set is required for this position and which is good to have. So if it's the hiring is we are doing for data analytics, it will be like programming tools or data visualization, but rest can be, added advantage if an individual have experience. So that's how, like, when we create a job description, we also, look at the mandatory skill set and soft skill, and then we post those positions you must have seen on the job portals and social LinkedIn portal. Let's move to the next slide. Thank you so much. So this is like, again, as data scientist skills, and this all already been, I think, covered in your curriculum so far, because that is something, the skill set the industry will look for right now. That is, one is fundamentals of data science. Then next come deep knowledge of mathematical concepts like statistics and probability. Deep experience in data extraction, transformation, and loading. Then come knowledge of data wrangling and data exploration. Data visualization. Then firm knowledge of big data processing framework. Then again, when someone is working in data, it is very much needed the curiosity to do research and learn about the problem statement. So again, curiosity and desire for a steep learning curve. Problem solving skill is very important when you're working in a data science role. And thorough knowledge of data structure and algorithm. And the last but not the least, comprehensive knowledge of model deployment. So these are the top data scientist skills which is needed for different roles. It is not all will be required in one role, but this will be the combination of, when we look at different roles, it will be divided into the what is the must needed, and then rest will be not 100% required, but it's good to have. Now we will move to the non-technical skill set. These are like technical or analytical skill set which is required for the data science roles in the organization. Next slide, please. So we'll talk about even the non-technical skill set, which is also very much needed to perform in the job or perform in their individual role. That is, one is critical thinking. And when we say critical thinking, it is about understand what resources are critical to solve a problem, look at problem from different views and perspective, objectively analyze questions, hypotheses, and results. This is what critical thinking is all about. And when someone work in data science department, it is very, very required competencies, and that generally mentioned in the job description as well. Second is effective communication. Again, the roles where a data science team is working, they generally work with different departments. And again, they have to interact with different team members. So, and they have to explain what data-driven insights mean in business relevant terms, communicate information in a way that highlights the value of action, convey the research process and assumption that led to a conclusion. So again, people work in a lot of data, but they have to present those insights to the right leaders or stakeholders. That needed a effective communication, that how well you are able to present your insights and conclusions. So that is very much, again, a very important soft skill or competency required for data science profiles. Then come proactive problem solving. It is about identifying opportunities and explain problems and solutions. Know how to approach problem by identifying existing assumptions and resource. So it is, again, there will be always a problem statement in the organization, and that has been given to the individual, and they have to now do the lot of research and understand how they can solve this problem. Because in this problem solving status, you have to put a detective hat and identify the most effective method to use to get the right answers. So this is again another critical competency which is needed to perform in data science roles. Let's move to the next slide. Yes. So now come intellectual curiosity. Again, as I said, data science role itself is people who love working with data and who are very much curious to know each and everything when they start working on any of the problem statement. So it will require that, and they have to think out of the box as well. So it is think creatively with a drive to know more and drive the search for answers. Again, why become very critical here? Because when some problem statement is given, the person has to go and understand why this is happening, why the data is not correct. So there is a lot of why, constantly ask why. And then the curiosity will help to get more data points to work on and to provide the solutions. Next is business acumen. That is already we have went through the slide, that understanding business is critical to start first working on a data set or any problem, because still we don't understand the business model. It is very difficult to just work on the data points. First is what is we are trying to solve the problem and how it will help to the organization or a business when you provide some solution. So that talks about understand the business and its special needs, know what organization problem need to be solved and why, translate data into results that work for the organization. And another competency is needed for this position, I'll say for data science, for different roles, it is a team player. And team player because the data science team work with, again, different functions, departments within the organization. And they have to collect the data input from different teams. And that is the role of a person, that how he collaborate with the different department people, get the right data points. And for this, it has to be a team player. And that's why we look at as a competency or a candidate profile who are a good team player. Now, this is more about what I talked about, what we mean by data science. Then we looked at the application in the industry. What are the different career paths within data science? Then we also looked at technical, non-technical analytics requirement or skill set for data science. Now I would like to go into the last section where there is a FAQs, where we have got already the questions, and would like to first address those questions, and then we'll open the floor for if there are any further questions to address.
Ma'am, should I stop sharing the slides now?
Yes, you can.
May I have a question regarding, ma'am, what are the essential skill set required to take entry-level job in data analytics?
Yes.
Like you mentioned, programming skills are required in the slides for every task in data analytics, data engineering. I have confusion in only also in data analytics and data engineering field, because they share most common things like collecting data and ETL, extracting, collecting and translating data, something else.
Yeah. So yes, definitely I'll be addressing this question. We have got this question already. So like for freshers, like when we hire freshers, we just look at the knowledge and a deep understanding, clarity of your subject knowledge. Because initially when you are not have any exposure to corporate or not worked in any industry, we just look at, okay, subject knowledge and what is your approach when we give a problem, what will be your approach to solve this problem. So it's not like hands-on experience is not required, because so far you have not worked in the industry. Even like when you go for an internship, it is more about understanding how clear you are with your own subjects, and how much you know how to, like, if some assignment is given to you, what will be your approach. Ultimately, when you join the organization, it is our responsibility to make you understand how it works in the organization. So only like we look at a basic fundamental concept should be clear. So now, like moving to the questions, so it will definitely answer most of your doubts here. So first question came like, does data science require coding? And I hope like most of you must be thinking, yes, whether coding is required for data science. So again, like, yes, data science needs coding, but because it uses languages like Python and R to create machine learning models and deal with large data sets. And then I got a question like, what programming language should I learn first to become a data scientist? So now to answer this question, depending on the precise work requirement, Python is a popular language for data science because of its ease of use and extensive library support. Hope I'm audible.
Yes, ma'am, you are.
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Thank you so much. So one of your the team member has asked like, is it difficult to become a data scientist? And I assume most of you have this question right now in your mind, because when we look at the competencies and skills and what all knowledge is required, and it becomes sometimes like, is it a difficult position at all? But no, it's not a very difficult position. But what it's required to become a data scientist, it requires a combination of technical domain knowledge and practical experience. As we talk about what are the skill set is required, and the field encompasses various disciplines such as mathematics, statistics, programming, and machine learning. So you have to look at how good you are with this domain knowledge, and then the soft skill is also very much required to be a successful data scientist profile. And then, but however, with the dedication, continuous learning, and once you hands-on practice, it is possible to acquire the necessary skills to success in a data scientist role as well. There was one more question that what are some lesser known or emerging skills or competencies that aspiring data scientists and programmers should focus on developing to stay ahead in the rapidly revolving field? So as we already spoken about the mandatory or technical skill set, but other than that, there are, yes, definitely emerging skills, competencies, which is one is deep learning and neural networks. Then second is natural language processing, big data technologies, and generative AI. I will be sharing those resources if required, so you can go through those details. There was one more interesting question I have got about artificial intelligence, and that is like why, while AI technologies are advancing rapidly, the expertise and analytical skills of data scientists are still indispensable for designing, implementing, and ensuring the ethical use of AI system validation. So I know, like when we talk about data science, again, artificial intelligence again plays a very, very critical role in the industries and in the role itself. So the role of data scientists may evolve and adopt, but AI can automate parts of process as AI technology processes. But their unique skill set and domain knowledge will continue to be valuable in driving innovation and delivering meaningful insight from data. So you all must be having a subject of artificial intelligence as well in your curriculum.
Yes, ma'am. It's in third year.
Yeah. Even someone has asked that, is R program mandatory? So to answer, like,
May I have a question regarding this statistical also R programming?
mhm.
Can we, if we want to do more study in it,
In what? Sorry?
ma'am, actually, can we go in like statistical computing or learning these programming languages?
Yes, definitely. So, like, there are a lot of platforms available. You already like have access to, and there are mostly like certification, and there are most of platforms which are giving the continuous learning on upcoming languages and the technologies which is now upcoming. But when it comes to R program, so R is widely used programming language in data science, as you already are using it or must be practicing it, but it is not mandatory to know for the field. So it is popular because it was specifically designed for statistical analysis and has many packages for tasks like data manipulation and visualization. So it has a strong community that creates additional package for various data science tasks. So obviously you already also now learning Python. So Python is another popular language in data science with its own strength. So it is versatile and easy to use, and it has libraries and that are commonly used for data analysis, machine learning. So again, it depends on you, which language you are comfortable and want to learn. But knowing both R and Python can give you more flexibility and allow you to work on wider range of data science projects.
Ma'am, what is the like more specific use of R language, like in statistics? It's mostly used for statistics purpose.
Yes.
What is the like other role, more crucial role of R except Python? Which we done task in Python, but else we can modify it in R. Is it more? Give us advantage over Python? R gives R language.
Okay. I got your question, but I may be not the right person to answer that whether R has a more advantage or Python has a more advantage when we compare both the languages. But I can definitely come back to you on this question.
Ma'am, I have one question. What is the role of software engineering and software testing in data science?
Software engineering and
Software testing in data science.
I think nothing.
Anyone from this group would like to answer this question?
I think so. There is no role of software engineering. It's a different field. Software engineering is like
I think it has no relation between data science and data analytics. It's a totally different domain.
Okay.
Where we work on especially building up softwares like games, cyber security systems, and etc.
I'm asking
That
this
has
question
no
because
relation.
this two topic is in our curriculum.
No, that's a optional one. You can take any of that. Either you go with a data science domain or you can move for that. Since it's a BSc or BS program, you can it's totally open your choice.
yeah, like we have programming also, diploma in programming.
Yeah,
Programs.
we don't have any in data science. We don't need any web development or kind of thing.
Okay,
We need
thank you.
only deployment one part and nothing else.
Thanks.
Little with deployment in Hadoop or some Streamlight, a little with use of Flask and nothing else.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much.
Ma'am, I have one question. When we say when we have the data scientist team, okay,
Yes.
so how many people, data scientists you required sufficient for a team? Because I think not everyone would be the data scientist, right?
Yeah.
Because you have one particular requirement. Only one data analyst will be required. Other people will be like they will be the software developer or the tester. They have different
Yes,
area.
yes,
But
yes.
as a primarily, how many data scientists would be there in a data team? I mean, in a team.
Okay.
Thank you.
Very good question. And so again, now it goes back to the organization size. So like whether it's a small, medium, or like because organization have their own departments and business units, and based on their headcount and the requirement, the data scientist team has been defined. So I can give you example here. So what happened, like if we have say headcount or employees of 5,000 right now, and there are multiple departments, and there is one department of data science. So again, data science team generally here it is like you can say a 15% of your total resource, because it is not more than that, because this will be your common set of people who are providing solutions to all the business units. So that's how like the roles are been defined. So when you were talking about software engineering, so there is an engineering department where we have role of software engineer. You must have seen like senior software engineer or front-end developer, back-end developer. These are the roles which are defined into engineering department. But one data scientist supporting to a engineering department. So the ratio will be very, it's like 1 to maybe 100. If you look at the data scientist position. So that's how, it is defined within the organization. So we can't say a general thumb rule that one company can have 100 data scientists, one company can have 2 data scientists. But again, it depends on what kind of industry they are into and what kind of product they want to develop in the organization and what are the solutions they are providing. So based on that, these roles are being created in the organization.
Like my question is, as we are learning Python here in this term, and then I have learned the Python, completed the whole lectures, but I have learned some libraries like Matplotlib, NumPy. But when I look at building my first project, like out of my course curriculum, and but like there are a lot of libraries. I see videos on some YouTube for data analytics tasks. They use Turtle and maybe Seaborn. And how can we like study these types of like in R they have given us packages. They have mentioned us these are packages. I have used some R for data analytics process, ggplot2, and they are predefined libraries and mentioned in a list. But in Python, how can we study all these libraries so we can use it to build our first project? So I confused with it, because I want to build some projects from Python. and do it use for data analytics purpose. As I have some experience in R language, where I used to analyze data and also make some visualizations. But I want to get some fresher internship in data analytics, and I want to gain my skills in also Python and SQL more.
Got it. So here it's again like when you're talking about which libraries to use, it's more about once you start working on your project, or like when you have started working with the industry on an internship, they will guide you more about which will help you to build your data visualization. So again, like every organization have a different set of way of working, but your common language remain the same as you already mentioned, which you are already learned right now. But again, based on the requirement of an internship project, the mentor who is working with you, he will tell you, okay, these are the programming language or a library you can use now to which will help you to provide more solutions or more coming out the data points. So that is like, again, I'll say that is a technical manager or technical person can help you in this. I as in from HR background, I can provide you, okay, what all platforms are available to online learning platforms are available, that I can provide you. But when it comes to very niche now, what all libraries we to use, that is definitely a technical person can help you out with this answer.
Can I answer, ma'am, this question?
Yes, please.
We need 4 of the libraries: Matplotlib, Seaborn, NumPy, and Pandas.
Okay.
Nothing else.
Sorry,
And
brother.
have you done MLP project?
Yeah.
And it seems that you are from foundations. You will learn all these things in diploma later.
No. Sorry to say, IIT is not taking any of these libraries. Extremely sorry to say this.
No problem, Ravi. All these things are being taught in diploma level. We can discuss it offline. Ma'am, just a quick question, ma'am.
Yeah.
I think Atlas Copco means the organization which deals with compression and all, right? Correct? Am I correct now? It's a different term. So thank you. Nice to have an interaction with you, ma'am. Ma'am, any rough idea or what is your plan for say for people who are looking for lateral movement? Say for example, having good amount of industrial experience, close to 1.5 or 2 decades, and having technical background, from software and all, and they are upskilling to nowadays. Most of them are upskilling in data science and artificial intelligence. So how do you facilitate lateral movement, ma'am?
Sure. No, thank you so much for this question. So first thing is like I'll start with, there are like we do hire from campuses who are freshers. Second, we do provide internship opportunities where students get a practical hands-on experience on driving the projects. And third is like when people are already working in Atlas Copco organization, internally the kind of career growth we have, we have internal job market, which we talk about internal mobility, where people can say they join as a data engineer today and they are working in one set of role, but if there is an internal opportunity of business analytics or any other senior process analytics position, which is they feel they want to move into a career progression for their individual, they can apply internally for those roles. They go through again a same interview process, and once they get selected, they take this position. So internally, what happened in Atlas Copco, people move into different levels, roles, and they grow in the organization, but not at a local level. Again, there are global positions as well. So we are open. People can apply for global roles as well, and they grow within the organization. Because again, like, Atlas Copco are major having 4 business units. So we are, as you rightly said, we are into there's a compressor technique, then we have power technique, then we have industrial technique, and 4th one is vacuum techniques. These are the 4 major business units where we are operating currently. And anyone inside the organization can apply for any of the roles within the organization, and that's how their career growth journey starts.
What about outsiders, ma'am? Like for lateral movement from outside, people from outside, like from other companies, who are doing this data science course and all. So, is there any possibility
Yes, yes, yes. So like if you can go on career website of Atlas Copco, and you will see all the roles which we are hiring currently. It is available on our career website, and the same we post on LinkedIn. So once you go on Atlas Copco website and just select India, if you want to look at the roles which are in India, or you select country which you are looking for, and then you can see all the roles which are available in data science. If you're specifically talking about data science roles, you just select data science, and then you can see all the positions. The process of hiring is for lateral is, again, once we get the applications for the position, we do a screening and we look at we already talked about the skill set requirement, because there is a job description already been posted for the position, and we look at whether the person have somewhere relevant experience, and based on the resume shortlisting, then there is an interview process. So that is a very standard process we follow within the organization when someone applies for the position. So that is like a lateral position hiring what we do.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. And your presentation was also really great, ma'am. Thanks for all the great insights.
Thank you.
Ma'am, I have a question.
Yeah.
Ma'am, do you use data science in day-to-day HR related work?
Yes, thank you so much for asking this question as well. Yes. So, okay, now we are very much into using the dashboards and people analytics when it comes to HR. So it's again for us, it is data-based decisions matters. So we have already hired a business analytics person who is working in HR department, but the person role is to, like, they use Power BI, Tableau, and the languages to design the dashboards which are being used for HR KPIs. So again, like, even though you are coming from, say, business analytics background or data analytics background, but there are positions available in HR as well, because the person is completely working on the skill set right now to develop the dashboards, to work on the KPI development. So we have those students already, and the experienced people who are working on data analytics currently in even HR.
Ma'am, I have one question.
Okay, ma'am, and do you use ATS system for?
Yes. So when correct. So again, for screening the profiles, yes. So we use ATS as one of the AI, you can say, tool to screen the profiles, to reduce again, manual, and make it more automated. So we are using this as an automation tool right now.
Ma'am, I have one question. How to develop domain knowledge if someone is doing just data science as a graduation?
Okay. So now there is one more question I want to ask. Do you get any kind of exposure to industry webinars or then industry guest lectures? Because domain knowledge will increase. One is your subject knowledge through your normal lectures, what happened, but application side, when you interact with the industry people, so they will be the right people who can tell you, okay, where we use this all technology in the organization. So do you get this kind of opportunity where the industry people are coming to your campuses and talking about that, how they are using it in a real time, and that will give you a real time exposure and understanding as well. And for learning is, again, there are a lot of already your platforms are available. So for certification, Coursera, there are multiple platforms to again learn on new technology. But again, I would suggest to, even if you get a small intern, like 2 weeks, 4 weeks internship with industry, please take it, because that will give you a complete on the job learning, that how this application is being used in the organization.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, I think you've answered a lot of questions, but we do have like 2 questions here in the chat section, and I'll just club both of them so that it'll be easier for you to answer. So what would be your expectation with experienced people in different domains, exploring the data science area, plus from the freshers who are trying to get into data science?
Great. let me break it down into two. So anyways, like we already spoke about freshers who want to, get, it's ultimately like we as an organization also want students to come and join our organization, because you come with a completely new skill set and with new enthusiasm, and we are here as a mentor to guide you and provide you support, training, learning to grow into your career. So definitely, like, we are looking for campus students right now who are ready to build their career in the organization. But when you ask about, okay, what are the skill set or how we evaluate and how it works in the organization, one thing also like I want to add here, because this question came even in a previous questions, that there are students who are non-computer science background, but over the period, like, they have gained required skills and certification of data science, and then can they apply for data science or machine learning jobs? So that's again like a very much open. We are very much open, like even students who come from computer science background, but through some certification or their own learning, they now have a knowledge of machine learning, data science skill set. We just want everyone to, be focused on the relevant skills and get regular practice on those skill set. So we are open for even hiring for computer science background into data science positions. But again, we just evaluate the person having a right skill set, knowledge, and ready to learn, and they want to make their career here.
Ma'am, also a lot of people really like the PowerPoint presentation you've created. So would you mind sharing the link in the chat box of the PPT?
Yeah, so what I'll do, I'll share with you, Bharvi, and then you can share with the entire team.
Ma'am, one last
Okay.
question. Sorry to interrupt you here.
No
What is the initial the salary bracket for the freshers and for the experienced people who wants to join the AI? So as you are coming from the HR department, HR area, so you have much expertise in that thing. Also, I had one additional question, like what is the age role? Age factor plays a role here, because there, if when you focusing on the students, they are 20, 25 below age, and the experienced people, okay, they want to join the data science area. Suppose I have experience of 20 years, so I'm around 40 years of age. So when I want to enter in this area,
Yeah.
so does the age role, age play any role over here in factor by
Okay.
selecting?
Got it.
Thank you.
So yes, so first thing is, age is not a criteria for shortlisting or hiring anyone for the role. So say example, even if we are hiring data engineer or a head of data, but if a person is having a right kind of mindset, a basic knowledge about the role requirement, and ready to, take a challenge and have a potential to grow, we don't, say like define that, or we don't look at the age as a criteria to filter the profiles. So we are very much open with people who want to even shift their career, and that happens in the industry. People coming from a different background but want to make a career into, say, data science now. So we are very much open. We just look at that the person is ready to learn and grow and have a potential also to, work on this position. So age, no doubt, we don't look at this criteria as in while we hire. Second point, when you asked about salary, so in this forum, we will not be able to disclose the salary of what we hire, but definitely when we reach out for a campus placement, or when we reach out to the college placement committee, that time we definitely share what compensation we are hiring.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Like, I have a question. If I have a skills in data analytics and I want to do internship in any company, like what are the skill set which I like? What are the steps I take to approach the company, like in between my course? Like
Yeah, correct. So something like when you are applying for first time for your internship, As a interviewer, we'll definitely would like to understand so far if you have done any kind of internal small project in your college also, because that will give us a confidence. Okay, you are good with the data and you know how to build something from the data points when you are a analytics. So we don't look for a very, like, one is subject knowledge is very much important, but second is if you have done any internal projects, it's good to show those projects also during your interview, that if you have done something in your semester or internal, so just show those. So it itself talks about your skill set, about your data analytics. And rest is, again, data analytics is something you have to practice every day. So learn from your say this Power BI platform, or do some certification online, because that will help you to learn this skill in a application mode also. Rest everything is company generally just look for that how a person is ready to work on the profile or assignment we are providing them.
Can you please like to share your company's motive, right, regarding sustainability? Like I have seen a lot many companies like Tesla, they work on sustainability. Like I have visited your website, it is written that you are working on sustainability. On which kind of sustainability? But there is no, like, I'm not able to find the motive of your company, like what you build. Like, can you please explain?
Yeah, I can give you very right now, looking at the time and all, I can give you just a very brief, but what I will do, I can share, Bhairavi, there is a detailed presentation about sustainability model of Atlas Copco, and that we can share because that is available on even company website. So if you visit Atlas Copco group website, you will find it. Again, because I can share you sustainability into environment, water for all, energy. So there are multiple channels where the company is doing on a sustainability model and carbon footprint. So there are a lot of detailed projects where the team is driving it. It's not local, it's a global projects where local team is also working together and ensuring that we ensure the environment. It is more about environment, energy, carbon footprint, water. These are the major where the organization is driving it. But
We have
definitely
to build something else which is also make environment friendly, or making the sustainability as a factor, priority to give sustainability a factor.
Yeah, so as I spoke about right now, these are major footprint projects where the organization is working on, and we can share you the detailed report so you can go through it.
Okay, ma'am. May I visit your website but not able to find the link of careers.
Link of careers. Okay, it's just on a first page when you go about, and then you look at careers. You can click on careers, and then you can see like what all open positions we have. That also, if required, I can share in one email what is the link. Even you can type Atlas Copco careers, still that page will open.
May I have typed the same thing?
Ma'am, I have a question.
Can we can we look at the timing as well?
Yeah, and we had promised if I think we can conclude the session if you're busy now.
Can we take a last one question now, because it's 6?
Ma'am, yes, please, from my side.
Yeah.
Ma'am, if a person has some 3-4 years experience in an automotive industry in production vertical, so how he can use his data science skill and with relate to it his experience?
Yeah. So again, now, like, lot of automobile industry itself is hiring a data scientist, or I can say data analytics, because as you mentioned, already having a 3-4 years of automotive industry or production experience will definitely add a lot of value for that industry. And again, it's like apply for those roles, and they again working on the data science projects. Because already if the person is having an industry knowledge, that is a one plus point you already have. And second is you already now learn about the data science skill set and what is the tools and techniques, framework, every processes, everything required, and the language, programming language as well. So because there are a lot of roles comes in even automobile industry and even your other industry also.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So to all those people who have any more questions, in the mail which our IIT had sent to all of us, they had also mentioned ma'am's LinkedIn. So you could probably, if she's all right, you could probably reach out to her through her LinkedIn. And to all those who want me to share with you all the PPTs, please ping in your email IDs because I am a student too, so that would be easier for me. And once ma'am shares the PPT, I'll send it out to all of you guys. Thank you so very much, ma'am, for explaining us every bit of how to get into this data science field if we are a fresher or if we are an experienced professional too, and giving us 15 to 20 minutes more of your time. We are really grateful. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot.
No, thank you so much. And I know due to time constraint, but what I will do is the questions which you have asked, plus I'll be happy if you get more questions after this session. Please do circulate to me and I will provide more answers. And even if required in future, we can, like right now I'm coming from HR, but I can have a technical person with me who can join, and then it will be good that they can provide their experiences because they are the right people who are working into data science department itself. So we can look for those kind of opportunity as well. Thank you so much. And it was lovely interacting with you, all of you. You can connect me over LinkedIn and happy to connect. And in future, any support you need, please feel free to reach out.
Thank you so
Yes,
much.
ma'am. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot. Have a good evening.
Have a great weekend now. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, Eric, for nice coordination. Thank you, ma'am, for nice presentation.